Hi guys, my name is Frank from 4U2BREW.com and welcome to another edition of our How to Brew Coffees at home or in the office. So right now here I'm going to show you how to do a pour over coffee using the Hario V60, or we also say a drip brew. The Hario V60, made in Japan, comes as a unit with a very nice server. This is an 800ml server. It comes in 600ml as well. Really quality product, and they make the Hario paper filters, which are the correct consistency, density, and microfiber textured. And I'm going to take this just now and pre-wet it. I'm going to be using a scale, which is also made by Hario, where they have a drip station where you can actually place the cone-shaped Hario on top, and everything fits beautifully on top of the scale. Because it's nice to have a scale with a timer so we can time the water, and I'm going to be talking about the water to coffee, the brew ratio and time. So let's just pre-wet our cone. We're going to take the paper filter, place it in the middle of our cone, and because the paper is still dry, I've just used a basic milk frothing steamer. Whatever you have at home, you can use over a mug or over your sink, using your kettle, or if you have something to pour. I've got this as a Hario pour over kettle with a gooseneck spout, which makes it easy for us to brew. So I'm just going to pre-wet the paper gently, like so, and just let it drip. I'll show you, even with the water, how it gently drips through, and this is what happens when we have the coffee in it as well. It just allows it to steep through, drip brew. It's great for flavor, amazing flavor you get out of this brew method. There we go. So I'm going to have our server ready. Let's place this over the top. We're going to be placing our server at the bottom. Just line it up. The cone at the top. I'm going to zero my scale. And I just want to do the ratio for this is very simple. I stick to a 1 part coffee to 15 parts water. 1 to 15. So, for example, 20 grams of coffee to 300 ml of water. That's exactly what I've done here. The grind setting for a Hario is a fine medium, or it's more slightly to the medium side. You don't want it too coarse, you don't want it too fine, but it's a finer medium, not quite in the middle of medium. And I'll take some in my hand, and if it's at all possible for you to see, you know, it's kind of a little bit finer than brown sugar, I would say. So what I've done is I've pre-ground it. This is wet. I'm going to pour it in, and I've already got my water cooled down. One thing I'd like to mention about when we brew coffee, especially a drip brew like this, a pour over brew method, is never, and even when we make any kind of coffee, a French press, never use boiling hot water. Water here at sea level, where we are in Durban, South Africa, it boils at 100 degrees Celsius. But we want it to cool down to around 91, 92. I'd say between 89 and 91 would be great. So I've already allowed this to cool down. I've had a little thermometer and I've checked the water temperature. So what I'm going to do is, I've got about 20 grams of coffee. I'm going to start the brew, and around 2.5 minutes in total. I just want to give it time to steep. So I've zeroed it. I'm going to start my timer, and I'm also weighing the coffee. Initially, what you want to do is pour a little bit gently into the middle and just allow the coffee to what we call bloom. Just around 50, 60 grams of water to the coffee. Allow it to just breathe and bloom, and it just gets into it, and you can just see it bubbling. It has a lovely bloom. And then I'm going to continue to just gently add water. You don't want to pour the water all in one go. Why sometimes, I guess, why we do it in a circular motion, is just to allow the water to steep through the coffee, and just for an even extraction, nice solubility, and a gentle drip. This is why they call it a pour over and drip, or drip brew coffee. Just continue around the middle towards the outside, just making sure that we get all the coffee covered. all of the ground coffee. I'm going to allow it to drip a bit. I'm around 235 grams or mils of water so far, grams in weight. Around 1 minute, 25 seconds. I'm happy if it goes to around 2 minutes, 2:30, 3 minutes. Some people are very strict about the time. I think it's all about you enjoying the moment and enjoying the taste of your coffee afterwards. So we'll continue. This is very similar brew method to the Chemex, which we'll be showing you in another video session, how to brew coffee. It's also a pour over. I've just gone 300 mils of water, so that's enough. I'm just going to let it steep. Okay, so I have finished the pour over. It's dripped nicely. I have 300 grams in total weight of water with my 15 grams of coffee, so perfect ratio. So the next step now is I'm just going to use the same milk jug. I'm just going to remove the top off here, which I can leave, but I don't want it to drip through. I'm going to take it off and just place it nicely over there. Then what I'm going to do is you can just pour straight away, or you can use this to keep it warm. Just lift it slightly and we're going to enjoy. So you have a preference, like I said before. The more coffee ground you use to less water would just make the coffee feel stronger, taste stronger, a bit bolder. The ratio is more. 1:15 is a guide. You can do 25 grams or 28 grams of coffee to 300 mils of water. Just going to be a little bit bolder. Your grind setting is very important. So let's pour and enjoy. And there you have it. Make sure that you try it without milk. That is our suggestion, so you can enjoy the coffee as is. Delicious, sweet coffee. See you for the next video.